on to you Aries out here? Hopefully y'all are having a good day. So for you, you have the Six of Cups. Immediately. Seven of Wands, and then you also have the Two of Swords. So someone immediately, based upon what I'm seeing, is coming back. Probably came back already. You, Aries, probably know more than likely who it is. If they came back, then you for sure know who it is. The Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords, they all heartbroken and torn up about how things, the two of you, they just landed on thick. And a lot of you Aries don't want to have anything to do with that. Y'all don't want to have anything to do with that, but they're just laying it on thick, trying to get, you Aries to be all soft and because y'all are hopeless romantic, trying to see what kind of game they can run. Regardless of whether they're being truthful or not is irrelevant. And the reason why, it's irrelevant is because the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups, you're much better anyway without them. So why even be with them? That's my dog back there, obviously. But why even be? She's waiting for me to go hang out with her and stuff like this and take her for a walk. All right, I got you. Don't worry. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that for you, Aries, is that you're better off without them anyway. The Nine of Cups. I love you. I'm not talking about you. We'll go kick it. All right? Look at that. Unbelievable. You can't make that up. Anyway, the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The Nine of Cups is you, Aries, being confident. You know why? Because you're in a space in your life, things are working well for you. And I've talked about this before. There's not a lot of things that are working against you. There's not a lot. Twos and fews, maybe a little bit, but not a lot working against you. And so because of that, the Eight of Cups right here for you, Aries, I don't know why I said that. But y'all are in the space where, for you, Aries, right? Y'all are in a space where the Eight of Cups, you don't want to have anything to do with them. Your life is going so much greater or so much better without these people. Why would you ever want to go back to them? Hanging out with them. For them to do what? For them to be around you as what people will say, destiny swap, right? Which is a real thing, even though I'm being a bit facetious doing air quotes, but that's just the terminology that people use. But it is a real thing. And I actually started talking about that. That's one of the things, or I'm one of the progenitors of that, where I talked about it, where nowadays people call it destiny swapping. I don't know who called it that, but good for you, I guess. I'm not going to copyright it or some goofy stuff like that. But you start hanging out with some people, and then the next thing you know, they start trying to be you, and then they start getting the credit and start blowing up and start really being empowered based upon something that you were on that they didn't care or even know about before you. And so a lot of you Aries don't want to go through that. Why should you Aries have to go through that? You don't have to. And so a lot of you Aries see it for what it is. This is a relationship that's long gone. You're not bringing that back up. You're not resurrecting that. You're not bringing that back from the other world, if you know what I mean, right? That's finished. That's done. A lot of you Aries don't want to have anything to do with them because why? Things are going well in your life. Why mess that up? Due to the fact that you have somebody around you that wants to just come in and out whenever it is that they want to at their will, and you Aries are expected to do what? Just accept them and just be okay with it and just deal with it and all of that? No, that's hogwash. And so a lot of you Aries understand that. So because of that, you Aries don't want to have anything to do with them when they're acting like that in the first place. You Aries don't want to have anything to do with them when they're acting like that in the first place because you have too much history with them. Why accept those type of people in your life, especially when you don't have to? And so the situation is that the Page of Pentacles right here, you're on your way up, but they're trying to make it seem like they're on their way up too. Like, hey, you know, they're able to keep up with you. But yeah, but okay, I mean, maybe, okay, you know, financially and all of that, maybe. But at the same time, number one, it's more than finances. And number two, not only is it more than finances, right? Or it's not just about finances, it would make more sense them being able to keep up with you if the two of you were actually together. The two of you are not together. So what exactly is the point of what they mean when they saying or trying to make it seem like they're able to keep up with you? No, you Aries are in a class all by yourselves. Y'all are doing what y'all need to do for you. And you know, if other people you're gonna meet on the journey with you and all of that, that's cool. But you Aries got it. You Aries know what you need to do. You're handling y'all business. Y'all are minding your business. You're not worried about trying to save the whole world. You can't save the world if you can't save yourself. You can't save the world if you can't save yourself. And so the Four of Cups right here represents, you know, this person had it twisted. They had it wrong. They thought they was just going to be able to come in and out of your life whenever it is that they choose to do so. And you Aries showed them that you're not about that type of life where you're just going to allow them to come back in. And, you know, this is going to be what your love life is going to look like for 5 more, 10 more years going back and forth with this person or whatever the case may be. And then you have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups right here, the Knight of Cups represents how you Aries are in a place where so you leave them alone. You've emotionally moved on. You're done. That's what the Knight of Cups represent. Okay, you have emotionally moved on. You're done. You don't want anything to do with them. You know for a fact you don't want to be in a relationship with them whatsoever. You're done with that. Okay, you're done with that. You're good because you know who they are. You've had experiences with them. You don't want anything to do with that. And so the situation with that is the Chariot and the Knight of Swords right here. The Chariot represents your life is more under control, more under your control. You don't have to deal with all of this mess of you Aries dealing with people who will betray you and can't figure out whether or not they rocking with you, even though that decision is up to them, and they all over the place and playing games and doing this and doing that, doing the other. You Aries don't want to have to deal with that. You took care of it, you addressed it, and you don't have to deal with that. And so, you know, again, your life is organized and going in the way that you want it to go. Why mess all of that up by hanging out with someone who is a delusional jerk who's going to try to, you know, be in your life, work their way into your life, and then do everything that they possibly can to try to mess that up? Look how excited my dog is in the background. You want to go? Let me come. All right, okay. All right. Come on. What do you want to do? Come. Mischievous dog, y'all. Anyway, my dog is a mystery. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that why mess that up when your life is going so well in the first place? And so because of that, you're in a place where for you, you're not going back together with them. Y'all don't even want to do that. From your own self, you don't even want to do that, let alone have me tell you that. For what? You know, they're still in the same place, or maybe they got, to a point where they good, but then you have too much history with them. So let's clarify the King of Swords. My bad. Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups. That's my point. Your life is great. Your life is on point. The things that you and them want are not the same things. The Eight of Wands, you're going for so much higher than what it is that they could perceive. It's over their head. You, Aries, see the bigger picture of where you want the trajectory of where your life to go. The Ace of Pentacles, you're seeing the results from it. The Three of Cups, you're in good spirits. You have people around you who do care about you, whom you can trust and all of that. Why would you mess that up for the sake of them? The Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups, they're going to have to bring value to you. The Queen of Cups, I love this Queen of Cups because this Queen of Cups is a disrespected queen. From what I'm picking up, it is a disrespected queen. A queen that is fair, honest, has integrity, dignified, but at the same time, with all of these things, being even a queen, heavily disrespected, heavily taken for granted. And so if you see right here, there's a bunch of like gold coins and chalice and a gold cane, right? Which is in Egypt, they actually called that the crook and the flail. But the point is that you can see that this person is offering up a golden chalice, a cup, right? But for you to have, but there is a crow there, meaning what? Meaning that the person whom you're dealing with is not just going to come around you. They're not just going to come around you and be on some BS and try to essentially run game with you. They're going to have to respect you. They're going to have to actually take you seriously enough and actually really take you, take you seriously. They just can't come around you and be on some BS. And if they can't respect it, well, then they're going to have to go. And a lot of you Aries are standing your ground. Why have these people come into your life and mess up what it is that you worked hard for again? Because you already had them in your life prior to this. That's why you got the Six of Cups. Now they're coming back and you're just expected to do what? Let's clarify the Chariot and let's get out of here. Six of Cups at the bottom. The Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, Two of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and then you have the Empress. To clarify the Chariot is discipline, seeing things for what they are. You know you have history with these people. And the history says you shouldn't trust them. So you Aries are not doing it. And because of it, you're saving yourself a lot of potential situations that will occur that you Aries will not like. And so the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups, you're in a place right now for you where the Nine of Wands is all about how you Aries are in a space where they don't like the decision. They don't like the fact that you Aries have become strong like this. You're able to call them out on their nonsense. But again, how many times have these people come back? How many times have they tried to make it seem like things are good and all that stuff? How many times? How many times have they tried to make it seem like things will be all right? You Aries are tired of that. You're not going to put up with that anymore. And so the Seven of Pentacles and the Empress right here for you Aries represent, they're going to have to actually show you some respect and be willing to build with you and work with you and not against you and everything like that. Otherwise, I love you. Look at that. Otherwise, they're going to have to essentially kick rocks. And so the situation with that is, trust me, the Empress right here, because you're again, you understand your worth. You're not just going to have somebody come around you, be on some BS, and then you Aries just are expected to just stay with it. So that's pretty much it. Your life is going great. Theirs is not. You know, that's part of the reason. That may be part of the reason why they're back, because their life is not. Well, obviously it's not. That's why it is that they come back trying to holler at you, because their life, maybe even if they do have something, they don't like the direction of where their life is going and all of that. So they're in a space where they know that there's something missing, someone missing, and the something slash someone missing is you, Aries. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I gotta go ahead and take my dog for a walk and chill with my dog. She's lovely. Go ahead and give them a wink, my love. Go give them a wink, my love. Can you give them one wink? Give them a wink. There you go. So nice. Come through if you want to get a personal reading from me. The link to that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 24,650 something, 30, I don't know. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace. Have a good one.